boss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty ought to be my me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left. Yeah, feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Up, downs, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life. Dripping all the sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take my home. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
How about that, taking a deep shot on the first play of the game, obviously wanting to set a tone by pushing the ball downfield, just came up incomplete.
Here's Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Mayfield on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting to look.
That's caught inside the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 73 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield taking it in. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Cousins on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. To throw is Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Cousins to throw it. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work out? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skill.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents would tell them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. In on the stop there, Andrew Sendejo.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And they're indeed going. It's Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
All right, now here we go, O.
On 3rd down, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Cousins now. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Larry Ogunjobi with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed. Hot. Hot.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
4th down, Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete. Hugh Jackson rolls the dice, but it doesn't work for him. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. 3rd and long for Mayfield. eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
On fourth down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Murray. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Half. More from Minneapolis after this. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Now he's forced out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. They'll try and throw for it here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Cousins. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Flushed out right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Steps away to his left, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, Mayfield going up top. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashad Perriman, 84 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Rolling to his right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A very solid gain of 27. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Fighting him off. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point right down the middle. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Gun.
Throwing, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, little 360. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On second down, Johnson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's got his tight end in Njoku. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Slide, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Second down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
I know it's hard to see inside the face mask of the defender right now, but I'm willing to guess that there's a nice little grin on his face, because to make that type of a play downfield, you wonder if you're going to be able to make it. You know that if you don't make it, it's a big play that you're giving up. But when you do bat the ball away and you come back and you embrace your teammates, that's a lot of momentum you're bringing back to the huddle. Now you feel like they can't complete anything when they don't hit deep shots.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 34 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Cousins. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He got 29 yards that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph from 6 yards away. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And this is back to an 8-point game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Johnson, and he powers his way up past the 30. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Ooh, the juke. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Cousins on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On 2nd down, Cousins again, eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Cousins now. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's... And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. 1st down, Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Mayfield down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you.
That's caught inside the 20. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, 53 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To the air again. It's Cousins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamie Collins in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sheldon Richardson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Hut!
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And an alley to run. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Whoosh.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any Comes the Browns offense as they'll try for 2 more. Play fake. Mayfield. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Two.
Back to it after the pick 6. Cousin. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, 75 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. Off the play fake, Cousins. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road. There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly. They did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too. Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more there and another first down. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand. You seem a little squeamish about that last score. I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them. I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively? I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there. Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone.
on it. And my got chocolate on it. Big bank, take small. Bank account on some talk. Attitude on some bank roll on what it do, boo. He had the roulette vibe. And if I ain't did it yet, I'll try it.
Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
She said, what you gon' do if I leave? I said, I'ma do me. B.I.G. Everything zoomed in. Big on me looking like I'm moving in. Got my foot in the door and we still here. I'm a first generation millionaire. I broke the curse of my family not having. I'm passionate like just after more than just cashing. Feed me to the wolves, now I lead the packing. You boys all cap, I'm more Colin Kaepernick. I'm rare as affordable healthcare. Or going to wealth from welfare. I turn my W's to those. I might buy a red bottoms with the crypto. 3 coins, that'll pay your whole semester. But you got it better than a Tesla.
Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank.
Back again, back to back, made back, stacked it. I'm a Slim Shady, the M. Once he black, he'll be back again. Tell him that it's crunch time abdomen. Yes, I caught Mad Chanel and Mad Javin. She did it again, imagine them. About to make these bums mad again. Back to them. I lead the pack, so my back's to them. Yup, the queen's back, what's happening? Rerun, about to make these rap again. Diamond chains on my ankle. Young money in the cut like a tail tip, rubber bands on my bankroll. Show my like a
Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. Bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank.
Hoping I ain't lose religion, texting prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, musty yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body, safe to say the man got me on. Can you hear me now? 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 All in my system, been the one I'm kissing. One might extensions, I don't look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud, hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Bring the energy. Flex.
First down. Here's Cousins. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and now it's second down.
Here we go.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
Hey, Steamer.
A second down throw for Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Third and long for Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to...
It got his man, complete! Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Let's go.
Cousins again. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a first and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short. To throw it is Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. It's the fullback from 6 yards away. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And they got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 21. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Bell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, head, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And some room to maneuver. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And now out comes Minnesota. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Watch the pass. Two.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Let's go.
Cousins to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
This big defensive lineman will take the bait and move.
Go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Past the 20, taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jesse James, 45 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, Cousins. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your
blitz coming, and down he goes. Jonathan Bostic coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins dancing to his left. And he's able to find Diggs. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. More from Minneapolis after this. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 56 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Second down, Cousins. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. The 20. He gets it to Brown. Complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 68 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll roll it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Cousins under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Take 2 of them.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. That's to his running back, complete. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And his kick is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now running right through it. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Cousins on 1st down. It's complete to Diggs. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position, but as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting...
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 51 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Again, it's Cousins. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, 20, 10, 5. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run it with Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, no condition, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Open man is Switzer complete. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 1 yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 6. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They come out here in the eye. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 1 yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. He's going to get it running right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Bell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Cousins looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Snickers, you got to spin. Iggy.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. He'll look to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. The Steelers on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is third and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with time running out. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Now it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff, because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the post.
And out now come the Vikings. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle.
Yeah. She go to better.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the two like True Goy, imagine me do boy, you could never do what I do boy, still ducking that I did boy, in Paris for a hit boy, these ain't the same type of hits boy, can get boy, you don't take these type of risks, boy, cause this boy been throwing that like rich boy, you miss, boy. Your numbers don't add up on the, that was 10 years ago. If you know, you know. Yeah. If you know, you know.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. This will be taken short. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
A first down throw for Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 47 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a play fake. Wentz. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's taken down inside the 30. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. And that's this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. And this is incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
Here's Cousins. He's going to air one out. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the